as I was praying through these readings last night and preparing myself for today, I said, I wonder what I said in my previous homilies. And so I went back and listened to the last 2 years of homilies. I don't suggest it for anyone. But so 2 years ago actually was when I started recording my daily Mass homilies. Because we weren't having Mass, and I said, well, I need to do something for the people because we have adoration, and I want to be able to give them something since they can't come to Mass. And so 2 years ago, I have this picture for the YouTube is a bus, and I said, did you hear the bus as it went ba-bump? And it's saying, this man, after he was healed, threw Jesus under the bus. If that wasn't bad enough, last year I made comments about the first reading where it's talking about the water coming out from the temple, and it's saying that it started out with the water being ankle deep, and then he goes out and it's wade through the water, which is now frog deep. And I'm saying to myself as I'm listening to this, what in the world did I mean? And then I said, it was frog deep, it was knee deep. And that was the exact reaction you all gave last year. But I look at this and I say, okay, is there something different I can do with this? But what struck me, now that I'm done all my stupid jokes, no, I'm not really done. I'll be doing this the rest of my life. But when I look at this reading, we have this talking about water in both readings. So much about water. It's about baptism and how God is inviting us into that grace of baptism. We're moving through Lent, and for those who are preparing for the waters of baptism at Easter, the readings are starting to point in that direction more and more, preparing for these great graces. And we hear this water flowing out from the temple, and we know at another point, Jesus, a little bit later in the Gospel, the same Gospel, but continued on like the end of the chapter, he's shouting out about how those who come to me will be filled and will drink, and he's talking about that this water that comes from him is the Holy Spirit. It's the Holy Spirit, and so we can see the image I have is how much we need to be immersed in the Holy Spirit. Are we only ankle deep? Are we only knee deep? Are we only up to our waist? Or can we float in the grace of the Holy Spirit in this stream, which has become a river, flowing in the midst of the Holy Spirit? And this is what we all need, right? That we've been given the Holy Spirit in baptism and confirmation, but if we only allow it to be ankle deep, if we only allow the Holy Spirit to be that part of our life, we're missing so much. We won't be able to live our lives as God is calling us. We need to allow Him to immerse us so that we can be steeped in the very heart of the Holy Spirit, flowing around us, moving within us in all parts of our life. This gift that was given to us in baptism, this gift that was given to us in confirmation, this gift of the Holy Spirit, we're called to stir up. As we cry out to the Holy Spirit, come. Come, Holy Spirit, stir up within us. Stir up those gifts, O Lord. Gifts of wisdom and understanding and knowledge, gifts of counsel and courage, gifts of piety and fear of the Lord. Come, stir up these gifts so that we may abide in you, O Lord, and that our whole lives may be filled and surrounded by the Holy Spirit.